I didn't get the job because of my resume, not because of my degree or my years of experience as an engineer. I got it because I play Rust. Sounds crazy, right? I thought so too. For years, I tried to fit the mold. Clean CV, polished LinkedIn, the right words, the right attitude. But in Germany, none of that seemed to matter. I kept getting ghosted, ignored, passed over, until one random interview turned into a 30-minute conversation about night raids, betrayals, and base building. That's how I finally got hired, because of a survival game. Let me tell you how it happened. My name's Sasha. I've been living in Germany for about 5 years now. Like a lot of people who come here, I had a dream. I thought I'd settle in, find a job, build a steady life. You know, the usual. I'm an engineer by trade with over 6 years of experience. Good experience, too. Real projects, teams, clients, deadlines. I knew what I was doing. But here's the thing nobody tells you when you move to another country. It's not just about your skills or qualifications. It's about fitting in, the right words, the right look, the right timing. And sometimes, no matter how hard you try, it's like you're invisible. In the beginning, I thought maybe I just needed to adjust. Better resume, clearer German, more enthusiasm at interviews. But over time, reality started to sink in. I'd walk into offices, go through the motions, shake hands, smile, present my portfolio, and leave feeling like I did okay. Then nothing, no follow-up. No, sorry, we've chosen someone else. Just silence. You start to question yourself after a while. Was my handshake too soft? Did I say something wrong? Was it my accent? You don't want to admit it's affecting you, but it does. Rejection without explanation starts to feel personal. Still, I kept going. Not because I believed it would work, but because giving up felt worse. Then one day, I got an email, small company, GreenMind AI, never heard of them. They were building logistics tools using AI, route optimization, inventory prediction. That kind of stuff sounded niche, maybe even a little shady. I accepted the interview anyway. Why not? I had nothing to lose. The day of the interview, I didn't even bother dressing up. Hoodie, jeans, backpack. I wasn't trying to impress anyone anymore. I was just gonna show up, answer their questions, and walk out, like I'd done a dozen times before. But the office surprised me. It wasn't sterile or corporate, it was cozy. Warm lighting, old wooden floors, books everywhere. There was a coffee machine that smelled like actual coffee, not cheap instant powder. Felt more like a library than a startup. And then in walks this guy, mid-30s maybe, beard, chill expression, wearing a Half-Life hoodie. That was Thomas, the founder. He grinned and said, "Hey Sasha, no pressure. I hate formal interviews. Let's just chat." We started talking. I walked him through my work, warehouse automation, predictive stock levels, safety systems. I even had a demo running on my laptop. He seemed genuinely interested, not just nodding, actually engaging, asking smart, technical questions. I could tell he understood what I was talking about. It felt easy. For the first time in forever, I didn't feel like I had to prove I belonged. Then it happened. He leaned closer to my laptop, squinting at something. Then he pointed. "Wait. Is that Rust?" I laughed, caught off guard. "Yeah, I play sometimes." His eyes lit up. "No way, man. I've got over 2,000 hours in Rust. You know how it is. You log into farm and suddenly it's 4 in the morning and your wife's yelling because you're getting raided and yelling into Discord like it's a real war." I burst out laughing. "Oh, I know. One time I stayed up 3 nights defending a bunker base, survived a full-blown siege from some Russian clan. I was eating instant noodles and setting landmines at the same time. Just like that, the whole vibe changed. We weren't doing an interview anymore. We were telling war stories. We talked traps, betrayal, blueprint grinding, clan politics, offline raids. He told me about the time his own teammate stabbed them in the back, stole everything, and disappeared, only to show up weeks later on another server, and how they hunted him down. I told him about the time I built a tunnel system under my base that took a week, only for it to get blown up in 10 minutes by a bunch of kids with rocket launchers. For a moment, I forgot I needed a job. Eventually, Thomas leaned back and said, "Well, I like your work. I like how you think. We'll be in touch." I didn't expect anything. Honestly, I just appreciated having a normal, human conversation for once. 2 weeks passed, silence. I figured, yep, just like all the others. Back to square one. Then one afternoon, my phone rang. "Hey Sasha, it's Thomas. So, I want to offer you the job. You're hired." I froze, then said, half joking, half serious, "What, seriously? Because of Rust?" He laughed. "Look, you already had the skills, but Rust showed me how you think under pressure, how you solve problems, adapt, build something out of nothing. People think it's just a game, but stupid people don't last in Rust. And I don't want stupid people on my team." That was 6 months ago. Now I'm part of the GreenMind AI team. I build systems that optimize logistics in real warehouses. Smart stuff, real impact. And every Friday night I'm online with Thomas and 2 other devs from work. We build, defend, raid, scream, get betrayed, and start over again. Our wives are annoyed. Our bases get wiped. But man, it's the best team building I've ever had. And here's the wild part. For years I thought I had to hide the things I loved, like gaming made me seem unserious, unprofessional, immature. But it turns out the very thing I thought disqualified me was what made me stand out. So here's my advice: don't bury the parts of you that don't fit. Sometimes they're exactly what someone's looking for. Because yeah, I got my job thanks to Rust. But more than that, I found a place where I belong.